Hi everyone, I'm Lisa Young Sutton and you are watching the Anchor video. There seems to be some confusion about this card, so I'm hoping that this video will clear things up for people. So I am going to start with the original instruction sheet that accompanied all early decks, and we are going to read what it has to say for the anchor. Okay, the anchor is a sign of a successful enterprise at sea, of great advantage in trade, and of true love. But distant, it means a thorough disappointment in expectations and the love of a butterfly. Come on, is that great? All right. I mean, the first thing you should notice is that this is a positive card, right? So you always want it near your card. Now, next, I want to draw your attention to the words used in this explanation. Great advantage and true love. Okay, I mean, what does it mean to have an advantage? An advantage is a favorable position that gives you leverage, okay? If the anchor is in your comfort zone in a grand tableau, you have a secure grip on things and your foundation is solid. But if it's far, if it's out of your reach, right, beyond your control, then you don't have a firm grasp on things and haven't established a secure foundation regarding your goals. All right, now, what about the reference to true love? True love is considered pure and enduring. It's not infatuation, it's not lust, it's not fickleness. The anchor gives you security, advantage, and a firm hold on a relationship, which is why you want this card nearby with regard to relationships, right? It's, love readings. I mean, it's part of the love trio, the love cluster. This is why it refers to the love as that of a butterfly when it's out of your reach, right? What I just read to you, the original instructions. I mean, what is a butterfly? It just floats from flower to flower. It's referring to fickleness, okay? So you want the anchor near. The anchor is the card of hope in the original game of hope. Now, why does it reference hope? I mean, to understand this, consider the difference between the words faith, desire, and hope. Faith refers to a sense of trust. Desire is just a wish, while hope refers to a sense of expectation, right? You're not just wishing something will happen. You don't just even trust that it'll happen. You expect it to happen. It's much more secure. So when we have hope, we tend to be unwavering in our quests to reach our goals. That is the anchor. Okay, so, and if you have the, what I have pictured here, the Primal Lenormand, right in the instruction sheet. This is the instructions for the game, right? Right here. For 35, this is the most important sheet of the whole game, insofar as the one who comes to stay on this picture of hope has won the game and draws the whole cash box or deposit. This was the winning space. This is the space you had to get to. This was your goal. Okay? This is where you wanted to drop your anchor. All right? All right, so now, what if it appears in a small spread? Because that's really what most of you use. The anchor refers to having a grip on things, to having an advantage, to being secure and unwavering, as well as having a solid foundation that provides legitimate hope. Okay, you see how this is all coming together? When you see the anchor, think safety and security. Think unwavering, persevering, or holding steady, having a good grip on something. So what if it appears with difficult cards? Well, look at those negative cards to see why they're there. Did you build your foundation on quicksand? Did you drop your anchor in the wrong place? Or is it time to lift your anchor and move on because you placed your hopes in the wrong things? Because this card represents perseverance and stability, which, when you think about it, is a lack of change and movement, the negative cards showing up with it tell me that this isn't what the seeker wants or needs right now, right? But anchors can always be lifted. We're not talking about the coffin here. All right? So we can look at this card to see how stable our lives are and whether or not we can hope to achieve our goals based on our current paths. It represents the foundation upon which our current life areas are built. So I have my book out here because I want to show you in right here in the hard copy, it's 386, the How Am I Doing GT? What do I have written right here? Look for the anchor card to see how well you're doing in achieving your goals. Okay? It's a card that represents our foundation, our stability, and the hope that we can achieve. You know, what do our hopes look like in achieving our goals? I mean, that's what it's all about. Okay? Now, the anchor is probably the most popular choice for a work card because work is something that anchors you in life. The fact that it refers to having a grip on something, having security and stability and a solid daily routine makes it a perfect choice for a work card. It was my original work card. I only switched it when I was working with Bjorn. I switched to his just to make our work together easier. And I intended to switch back. And of course I never did just because I don't feel a need to. But when any of my students ask me which card should I choose for the work card, I generally say the anchor because it makes the most sense to them. More so than the moon. Okay, so let's look at a few examples of co-mingling cards. Okay, because that's my new word, co-mingling. So let me move these out of the way. Oh, before I do that, since I have these here, let's see what does Liz Dean have to say here. The anchor, hope, wealth, and security. Perfect, right on the money. That's the fairy tale fortune card, and then of course the original verse decks. We have the anchor. It means a hope that wealth and faithfulness you will get, but if far from you, it is. But if from you it is far away, there may be a reason for regret. So there you have it. Same thing. With the anchor at your side, gains in trade come into view. If far away, mistakes and unsteadied love will face you. Right? Because it is part of the financial cluster and part of the love cluster. So notice that it always mentions finances and love. All right, so let's get my Medea Lenormand deck, my little mini deck. Isn't this cute? I really like the lack of color, even though I'm a big color lover. I love the lack of color in this deck. Sometimes that's perfect. All right, so there's the anchor. I can zoom in here. Oopsie, there's the anchor. Okay, so let's see. Anchor and house. Anchor, and remember, these are just examples. I don't want you writing these down and saying every time I see these two cards, this is what it means, because there's no such thing, which is why I don't use that word, that word combination. I hate using the word even because people are hanging on it and thinking it's like a recipe, that it will always be that. Okay, let the cards co-mingle. That's why I'm using that word. Let them co-mingle. They will always come up with a new story when they commingle. All right, but based on your primary vibes, based on your core functions, you will always know what cards commingling are telling you. So what could the anchor and house say, depending on the context and question, right? Sticking with the familiar, the everyday routine. This is very much, your everyday, you're in your personal life, your everyday routine, right? This can be saying that your personal life is secure and your foundation is solid. I mean, really, no matter where you put that, okay? All right, the anchor and the cross. Ooh, anchor and cross. Now that's being stuck, because this is being stuck. This is burdens that you can't walk away from, that you're carrying a heavy weight and you can't put it down. So these two together are being stuck, can't let go. If this is your work card, this could be a job that brings suffering and hardship, but one you have to endure. Ooh, jeez, I don't even like looking at that. All right, the anchor and the mountain could be the old. Now this makes me think of the old ball and chain, you know. The old ball and chain. Didn't they used to strap those? It was a big black, it looked like a bowling ball chained to the guy's legs of the chain gang, right? That's where it comes from. All right, so yeah, so this is, you have the mountain, which is an enemy or an obstacle. So here your security is met with an obstacle, right? Stability is met with resistance, right? So that can mean all sorts of things. Okay, the anchor and the fox. When you commingle these two energies together, what are you looking at? You're looking at, this is, I mean, you know, the fox, I know you like your directional cues, but it really doesn't matter. As long as the fox is touching this, it's card order and proximity take precedence over directional cues. Remember that always. So here, the fox and the anchor are telling you that you dropped your anchor in the wrong place, or something disguised, something sneaky, right? You know, now if this is your work card, this could actually be that you have a job, you have the wrong job, and you're just doing it to survive right now. That could very much say that. All right, the anchor and the scythe. The anchor and the scythe. Well, the scythe brings risk to the stability of the anchor. So this could be a warning to cut loose and sail away, right? Or say that you hastily dropped your anchor in a dangerous place. You know, no matter what, this is a warning card. And it's wanting to cut the anchor away. Excuse me. Let's see, what about the anchor and the mice? This could be to lose your grip on stability, right? Your perseverance is dwindling. You dropped your anchor in an unhealthy place. Remember, this is unhealthy, disease, you know, it's losses that leave filth and decay and disease behind. Excuse me. Jeez, I forgot my water. All right, and then anchor and birds. You can probably hear all my little birds. I just fed them outside. Those are wild birds. I don't have them in cages. All right, so these two are opposites, right? You have stability and instability. You have steadiness and flightiness or restlessness. You have consistency with erraticism. I don't know. Okay, consistent and erratic. Which one would you want in the stronger position, above or ahead? Now, this is speaking of, you know, the fact that we read left to right. So cards above are weighing down. That's the law of gravity. And because we're reading left to right, we're moving into this. So that makes this stronger and this stronger than this and this, right? So if I had to see these two cards together, would I want to see this? No, because the stability is being met with this chaos. I would want to see this, right? Or I would want to see this rather than this, okay? All right, so I hope that clears things up for you with the anchor. And as always, have a great day. Go play with your cards. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.